participants from different time zoning. So today I want to talk about the topic on the product Motiv, bioactive protein for animal gut health and stress resistance. So here's the agenda of my talk. First, I will talk about what is the gut health, and then gut health management strategy, and then why fermentation, and then Motiv, a bioactive protein ingredient, and then the conclusion. So here's one of the slides I took from Google for human gut health, and you can see the gut health in general is significant impact on the overall health, including the mental health, immune health, and metabolic health. In particular, you can refer to stress, diet, or the immune and stress condition. And also in the Google website, we can have several information on the gut health in human. And at the end of the day, you can see the forming a healthy gut diet is a key and overall for overall health management, not only the gut health. And for gut health management strategy, again, managing diet and stress is a key strategy. And for diets, we talk about the intolerance and the performance, how the animal or human beings accept the food and performance that food into the health or growth performance. And for diets, there's several factors that can impact on the intolerance or in terms of digestion or in terms of in general in performance also. So first is adaptation, palatability, and digestion also that all impact on the absorption and the digestion also. Safety issue and spoilage is very, very important for the gut health. For example, if you have the food with a lot of mycotoxin or a lot of other toxin like pesticide, for example, that also impacts the gut health. Sometimes I eat the vegetable that contaminate with pesticide. Just some hours later, I got the diarrhea. So very soon, very, very clearly on the safety issue, it's a big impact on the gut health and spoil it, the food, spoil it also. When you eat the food that already spoil it, you get diarrhea. You get diarrhea. So the same animal, the same. And the food with the storage condition also that can keep quality of the feed, quality of the food for the animal to be not spoiled, to be not oxidized, be oxidized to impact on the gut. In terms of nutrients, the anti-nutrient also one of the factors that can impact the gut a lot. It can make the gut inflammation and open the entry for the pathogen. Again, gut health and anti-stress nutrient is one of the factors that can improve the gut. Cooking process also the same. When you cook the rice, if you cook not well, you cannot eat. But if you cook well, you eat well. It's the same for the feed technology. If you cook not well, the feed, you will impact the digestion of the food and other factor, physical factor also. That also leaching the nutrient in the water, and then the animal consume that bad food, and that also impact on the gut health. And not only the diet, the stress can be impacted by the environmental parameter. For example, in the shrimp, if you culture the shrimp out of the pH, out of the low dissolved oxygen or high pH, low pH, and so on, that can also stress the shrimp too much, and that also impact on the gut health and the health in general. Pathogen in the gut also. That also disturb the digestion, disturb and also damage the gut. Diet also if you feed the animal not right diet, not right nutrition, it also called the animal stress. So in terms of the managing diet stress, we see that some issue that can impact on the animal gut health or aquatic species also. First is the microbiome in the gut. If you have the gut with the not good fit or not good nutrient that favorable for the beneficial bacteria, and then you will have the more pathogen. And how to get that bad good from bad gut to the good gut microbiome? You need to feed the shrimp with the shrimp or animal with the prebiotic, probiotic, and you know that the fermented protein can provide serve as a prebiotic also. In terms of stress, antioxidant, nucleotide, beta-glucan, sorbitol, inositol, some special amino acid like glutamine, leucine, or taurine, those can help to reduce the stress also. Biopeptide is one of the very good for the stress resistant and antibacterial. Vitamin and mineral, of course, is one of the health nutrient, and that can do the very good the co-factor for enzyme for better digestion, and fermented protein that consists a lot of biopeptide. Bad digestion also impact on the gut health due to the bad formulation in terms of nutrient or in terms of ingredient. Again, or bad cooking process, not right pH, not right enzyme, or bad gut microbiota. So you can provide those organic acid, probiotic, enzyme, or biopeptide, vitamin or mineral that can improve the digestion. And fermented protein also consists of organic acid and the biopeptide. In terms of gut disturbance, again, if you use a nutrient for the diet that less nutrient, low mycotoxin, or good fat meat, high quality in terms of digestibility, in terms of the less contaminant, that can also help to reduce the gut disturbance. Or in terms of the protein, it should not be denatured or no spoiled feed, for example. So all these are factors we need to consider in terms of improve the gut health. This is one of the frame I cut out from the study from Gu et al. 2019. How he suggests how we control the Vibrio acid and improve the stress resistance by the gut environment. So in the gut, we have the bad bacteria and good bacteria. To switch or to be favorable for the good bacteria, we need the natural product, the metabolite. For example, here I list out the shrimp health nutrient like carotenoid, nucleotide, beta-glucan, mineral, vitamin, prebiotic, probiotic, acidifier, short peptide, or some of the L-amino acid. These can help the gut to switch or to favorable the pathogen switch into the beneficial bacteria. This is one of the advice from the Google for from doctor from Google in human gut health, and you can see they should check 7 things that you can do for your gut health or for kind of food for gut health. You see, it's similar. It's similar. Human being and animal, almost similar. So you lower your stress. You get enough sleep. Get enough sleep also something like to relieve the stress. Or you see, take prebiotic, probiotic, for example, or check for food tolerance. Especially you in terms of the food, they also mention the fermented food. Fermented food is not only for animal, but also for human being. So why we have to do the fermentation? Why the fermented food is good for human being and for animal? So first you can see the fermentation that like the bacteria pre-digest the protein and make it easier for stomach to digest, and it can minimize or completely eliminate the protein or make bioavailable for nutrient, or remove the anti-nutrient or harmful bacteria, or they can reduce or eliminate carbohydrates. So functional food in human also good because it's leading to deliver bioactive peptide that responsible for health benefit, and bioactive peptide in Asian protein feed fermented food have been reported for exhibiting anti-hypertensive, antioxidant, antibacterial, or anti-diabetic, or anti-cancer. So fermented, that's why we do the fermentation. We need the fermentation product to help the gut health or help the stress resistance. And normally the proteins rich fermented food can result into enzyme, into different peptide, especially the biopeptide. And here you can see different function of biopeptide. It involves many health function. You can see antioxidant, immunomodulatory, or antimicrobial, and so on. So it's a very important because it consists a lot of biopeptide during the fermentation, result into organic acid, enzyme, and biopeptide. So, but we have different fermentation technology. You can do the fermentation protein by lactobacillus or by bacillus. By lactobacillus, it normally is anaerobic fermentation, but for bacillus, normally is aerobic fermentation. But lactobacillus anaerobic fermentation, there's a advantage that then can reduce the more anti-nutrient factor, or cut down the protein amino acid into more short peptide to reduce the protein molecule, or produce more the organic acid and functional peptide. And organic acid is very important, that can inhibit the pathogen and make the mineral more bioavailable to be better utilization. Organic acid can also have the pepsin activity, or at the end the protein digestibility improvement. Fermentation that can produce a lot of health nutrients for gut health and for health in general, like the short peptide, short chain fatty acids, reduction in anti-nutrition factor, increase the biomass, microbial cells, mediator, improve the digestibility, increase the protein concentration, or produce some special biopeptide that causes the bacteriocin, and these bacteriocin can eliminate the spore of the microsporidia. And also some of the antimicrobial peptide result during the fermentation. So here's some of the research. I show you the benefit of the fermentation that result into the organic acid and improves the apparent digestibility. For example, the fermented soy protein that can improve the digestibility in the shrimp and in the marine fish. Here's one of investigation from Science Chain Biotechnology. They showed us some of the bacteriocin produced from lactobacillus together with antimicrobial peptide and some other chemical can useful to kill the free spore of microsporidium. And today ESB is called by the microsporidium, and it's a very terrible disease for shrimp today, and very much concerned by the farmer today. So if you can use a fermented protein that consists of the specific biopeptide, that can help a lot in terms of reduce the spore of the microsporidium during the feeding. So that's why we do the fermentation of the corn protein, and we name that the Motiv product. So that's why we call it a bioactive protein ingredient, because it's a fermentation and produce target to produce the bioactive peptide and organic acid also. So we also do the fermentation of Motiv of corn protein concentrate by anaerobic fermentation with lactobacillus, and result into biopeptide, organic acid, and also the nature of corn protein concentrate also a lot of amino acid and mineralocarotenoid also. Here they are the nutrient spec of the Motiv, and you can see the protein somewhere 69%. We have 7.2% organic acid and very good amino acid profile. One of the limitations of the corn proteins is low in lysine, but through fermentation, some of the lysine print up for this product. So lysine here you can see is almost 3%, but the nature of the corn protein just somewhere 1% only. And we have very high carotenoid. It's around 285 ppm of Bigman xanthophyll, and also good metabolize energy. And it's a bioactive protein because again it consists of organic acid, and majority is a lactic acid. 7.2% of the product is lactic acid, and we have some nucleotide there. We have different peptide fraction. We have around 5.3% of the product is soluble protein or the short peptide below 10,000 Dalton or 10 kilodalton. Around 3.1% of the product is a bioactive peptide below the 1,000 Dalton. And also again, we have a lot of carotenoid, and that can help to stress resistance or weight and survival. And here I summarize some benefit of that Motiv product. You can see the B8 of product only 4.6, and this is very good to lower the B8 in the gut, to inhibit the Vibrio and also activate the enzyme to be better digestion. And also short peptide. We have no anti-nutrient, glycinin, beta-conglycinin, lectin, and oligosaccharide. All these anti-nutrient is not detectable in the Motiv product. So it's a very clean product. And we don't have time to present you the trial, but we have many trial on stream, and just have one trial on the big leg. And through the trial, different trial, we have some conclusion on the product. Is first, they can Motiv can improve the shrimp coloration when you fed the diet consists of minimum 7.5 in the formula. That can improve around 1.5 color score or around 12% color improvement. Through the different trial on stream, we see that it improves the survival related to the environmental stress and healthy gut. Around 4% survival rate increasing in the shrimp. And it's a very interesting that the trial we did on the piglet, it significant improves, reduce diarrhea rates and reduce mortality when we separate on the first phase of the piglet. When we separate from the mother, the mortality reduction up to 25%, and the diarrhea rate also reduce a lot. In general, it's improve the production performance in terms of lower FCR and the weight gain in the shrimp, around 5% in weight gain improvement and 5% lower FCR. In conclusion, I can have here, gut health play very huge role on the both mental and physical health to all animal and human. Again, managing diet and stress is a key strategy for gut health and for stress resistant improvement and overall health in general. Thank you. I finished my presentation here and looking for your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Hoa. It was a very clear presentation. We look forward in the next seminar to see some practical results of your product's inclusion as well. The next speaker